Hello everybody, it's Jordan here from former Convict Gaming. How is it going? So, as Aaron and myself mentioned the other day, we're actually going to be doing a lot more frequent uploads, and today is my day. So, I spent a lot of time kind of thinking about what game I actually wanted to do, or what game I actually wanted to show you guys, and I've actually come to FTL. And the reason that I've basically come to FTL is because when I picked it up it was $5, and I believe that it's $5 again currently on Steam during the media sale, and for a $5 value this game has a lot of actual value in it, and so I thought that I'd actually just show you guys a little bit about what's going on. Okay, so first, let's have a look at the options. What's that, full screen? Yep, cool. Vertical sync, let's leave that frame rate limit off, dynamic backgrounds on, colorblind mode disabled. So there's not really much in the way of options, but you don't really need a lot of options. Graphically, it's not obviously the best game ever, but it's sharp enough that, you know, it does look nice. Alright, so let's have a look at my stats. What's the best I've ever done? So as you can tell, I've literally beaten the game once on easy, but according to Steam, I have 23 hours in this game or something like that. So I have actually done a lot of time into this game. So let's actually just start a new game. Previous game would be lost. Sure, I don't remember the last time I actually played this, maybe a month or two ago. I have had a lot of games to play. Hard is that new? I think that came out in the latest update. So let's just go normal. So what ships do I actually have unlocked? Let's have a look. List. The ship list. So let's go defeat the flagship with any layout of the Zoltan cruiser. I do actually like the Zoltan cruiser. The Zoltan cruiser has some really nice shielding. So basically what I'm doing right now is I also have that. What the hell is that? How'd I get that? Unidentified cruiser. I don't know what that ship is. That looks really cool though. Do have the stealth cruiser and the Federation cruiser. An advanced beam weapon. It's hard to choose. It's legitimately hard to choose. Let's just choose whatever that is. The Lanius cruiser. It's got a new race called the Lanius. Why are those parts of the ship not oxygened? I don't know what the hell is happening right there. Yeah, enhanced advanced edition. There you go. So the new content. Random ship. Kidding. Let's just go that. Federation cruiser. So it's got one of each guy. List. Yeah, whatever. That'll do. Kapala. Human. Skills improve slightly faster. Mantis. I love Mantis. So there are a few different alien races in this game. One of them is being obviously humans, Mantis, Rockman, Engie. So this is going to be my actual crew. So as you can tell when you mouse over them. So humans are common and uninteresting. Skills improve slightly faster. The Mantis. The Mantis' disregard for individual lives led to their evolution as a vicious warrior race. So they inflict more damage in combat. They have 1.2 times movement speed, but halved repair speed. It's basically a trade-off. So they're not really good at using tools and shit, probably because they're Mantis and have some sort of scythe pincery shit going on. Kirby, apparently, the Rockmen. You can actually rename your crew, and I generally do. The Rockmen of Rakos 6 are rarely seen and are well known for their fortitude. Immune to fire, so occasionally your ship will actually set on fire in some rooms, and you can snuff it out by draining all the oxygen from that part of the ship if you're lucky enough to be able to do that. Otherwise, Rockmen can actually be sent in to extinguish the flames. Their movement speed is halved, but their max health is increased to 150, so Rockmen are actually really good if, for example, your hull is punctured. What it does is it drains out the oxygen in a certain area. So say, for example, the medbay here was hit. What would happen is a fire would start in there and an actual hole would appear in the roof of the ship. And that would mean that that room is going to drain of all oxygen. So I could send in the Rockman, and then I think I don't know if he'd put out the fire first or if he'd close it. Eventually, if I just decided to leave it, the room would drain of all energy. Drain of all oxygen anyway, and the fire would go out by itself, but I like Rockman, especially when you have fire burning through your whole ship. Rockman are fantastic. So Engie. It's unclear if the Engie are particularly organic or entirely mechanical, but it's well known that they make exceptional engineers. So the Engie, the best that I can kind of describe them, they must be something like the Geth, like the synthetic. Sorry, the Geth are purely synthetic. They must be some sort of synthetic organic kind of hybrid maybe at one stage, or maybe they were even organic and just got a little too carried away with modifications, who knows. But they are really good engineers, so their repair speed is doubled, but their combat damage inflicted is half, so they're basically the opposite of the Mantis, but unfortunately the Mantis do not deal 2 times combat damage, because that would actually be ridiculous. So let's go layout 1, hide rooms, whatever. So what are we going to call it? Let's just call it I don't know, what the hell do I name things? Let's call it Spaceship Jim Bob. Oh wait, there we go. Let's call it the Bebop, because that's literally the greatest thing ever. What the hell? Enter, there we go, cool. So let's name some people. What have we got? Let's go Jane. Oh, hang on. Shout out to one of my old friends. Well, sorry, not old friend. I'm currently friends with him. It's just that's a name that he would always call one of his crewmen. Space Jessica. There we go. Schultz. I'm not 100% sure if an alien cyphoid in space would call itself Schultz, but whatever. Let's not call Kirby the Rock Man. Let's literally just call it not Kirby, because I've had that. And Shelton. No, it's too close to Sheldon. I absolutely hate Big Bang Theory. Let's call it Aaron. So, obviously Aaron from Former Convict Gaming, my friend. So, let's just call it Aaron. See what he says. So, what have I actually got ship-wise? So, my ship's pretty decent spread out. Artillery beam, which is unique to this actual ship. Basically, it fires a laser across the enemy ship, I believe. Door system, that's just to do with your doors. Sensors, allows you to see inside your ship. Piloting, allows you to make FTL jumps and dodge when piloted. Medbay, obviously heals up your crew members. Weapons control, so that I'll show you more about in the game. Oxygen, how fast your ship actually refills with oxygen. Engines, basically your standard dodge chance and how quickly your FTL drive charges. And your shields, which is how many hits you can take before it starts smashing into your hull. So let's start. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But before... bleh. I don't know why I keep saying before. But get to the exit before... there we go. The pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip. Bomb weapons. Bombs teleport directly onto either ship. They bypass shields and defense drones. However, they affect only crews and systems. They do no damage to the ship's hull. So the reason that it says directly onto either ship is because you can actually teleport things like a healing bomb onto your own ship into some areas and basically heal your own guys if they're fighting and things like that. So let's continue. So I need to organize my actual crew. So let's go Kirby the Rockman. Kirby the Rockman that is immune to fire. Yeah, sure, you can operate guns. I'm going to put the Engie, Aaron, I'm going to put Engie into the engine room. I know, how original. And I'm going to put Schultz onto the shields, just because generally I like to have Engies in my engine room. It just makes me feel better, because Engies are pretty cool. So I'm going to turn on the burst laser. So there are two different things with weapons here. One, this is how much power I have allotted to weapons. And those two bars there are how many power slots that weapon individually will take. So let's do a jump. And straight away we have a distress beacon, which is somebody might need help. Distress beacons are kind of like this game's way of doing random events. So let's see what's going on. Ooh, hang on. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two larger rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. So, when you're in these situations, generally it will give you, as it does, try and dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks. Destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. Generally that option, I think it might work sometimes depending on your gun or depending on the skill of the gunner. I've never had it successful. That just literally, you just shoot them and blow them up and you collect some scrap, which is the material of this game. You might also pick up some fuel missiles or drone parts. However, occasionally you'll have a blue option. And the blue option means that you're in a situation or circumstance where you can actually fill out another option because the items, equipment, or crew that you have on your ship are able to do a certain job. So in this situation, I can use the inbuilt laser of the, I believe it's Imperial? The Imperial cruiser. Probably got that so wrong. To basically try to cut the ship out. So let's see what happens. Use your beam to make a few precision cuts in the asteroid. The ship gives a quick burst of thrust and the rock crumbles away. They thank you and offer some of the resources they have collected. Cool. So sometimes it is a bit random whether or not you actually do better or not, obviously. I think that generally the blue option has statistically, I've kind of gotten better with those options if they are available. I kind of always take the blue option. So continue. So 15 scrap. It's not bad. Another distress beacon. So let's check this out. So first I'll explain this map too. So you jump from sector to sector and obviously that sector links to those two. So from there I could go to there and then to there, etc. So the whole point is that you've got to go through all these sectors and through all these little regions or zones or whatever they call them. and basically hit the exit. Now, I think after this point, you should kind of see the point. After this zone, sorry, so let's have a look. You encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks as if it was a fleeing rebel advance, ran out of fuel. Its distress beacon is active. You're not sure if anyone is on board. I'll hail them. Ah, god damn it. It was hunting the refugee ship for sport, now they found us. So let's fight them. So let's say how this works. So the spacebar will by default pause the game, and it kind of gives you like a tactical options of what you want to do. So as you can see down there, my Imperial laser is charging, which is the inbuilt laser, as I mentioned before, that this ship is unique to. So basically, when it comes to this sort of thing, do whatever you want. I generally will target shields first, and then when that actual bar charges up, which it's slowly doing. Currently my crew, as obviously you would have seen, are untrained, which means that they are pretty bad at everything. So thankfully you start with a burst laser, which is 2 shots, or is this one 3? Sorry, yes, this one is 3. A regular burst laser is 2 shots. 1 damage to each shot. So generally I do shields, so that they can't block the next shot, and then I will start hitting their weapons. Again, purely optional. Sometimes they will do things like try to escape, and there are some ships that basically you just don't want them to escape, so you will actually focus down their engines first. If they have drones, you might want to focus out the drones just because they're annoying as shit. But generally, yeah, weapons and shields are what I kind of go for, just because I just find them the most frustrating. The slug ship breaks apart and you salvage what you can. Fantastic. So 12 more scrap. Contact the refugee ship. So they even gave me stuff too. Seeing how effectively you dispatch them, they give you what supplies they can spare. Yeah, so fuel. So we're going to jump. Now, on this screen, I'm going to explain 2 things now. Top left, the little HUD whatever symbol that is, I'm not going to say because it'll mess up. That is your fuel. So 18 means I can make 18 jumps. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. You get the idea. And basically, as you go on, you do kind of have to collect fuel. There are shops along the way that you buy with this material at the top here, which is scrap. Top left is the actual ship's health bar, for the best way to put it. Below that are your shields, which is how many times your shields can get hit by weaponry before basically they dissolve. They do recharge mid-combat, and the higher shields you have, the more shields, little slots here you actually have. Those are missiles, or torpedoes I think they call it, don't really remember. But basically specific guns will use those as ammunition, and then they are drones, and you do get things like drone controllers and things like that. So you can get like little additional shield drones that just help boost your shields. You can get missile drones and anti-missile drones and stuff like that. So then the next thing is this red line. So this is the whole point of the game. So you have information that these guys want, and as you move from zone to zone to zone, this red line will basically keep moving to catch up with you. So you have to stay ahead of the red line, but at the same time hit as many things as you can, because the final boss in this game is actually insanely intense. So what's going on here? An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. Draw straws and send a crew member over to the slavers. We will never surrender one of our crew to slavers. I'm not going to surrender one of my crew to slavers. Why the hell would I do that? And they're going to teleport over to my ship. So I'm going to pause just to explain that. So that icon there, it means teleporter. So what I'm going to do is take... Oh no, I'm not going to take anything because my mantis is already in that room. I feel bad for Liam. I believe Liam the human, he's probably going to die. Let's do that too. So I'm going to shoot out that actual thing. For the reason being, all your guys actually have skill values. And I would like to maintain certain skill values. So for example, on the mantis, I want my mantis to have really good combat, because later on if I decide, hey, I might buy a teleporter, obviously I want to be able to now, what the hell's going on here? Obviously later on if I buy a teleporter and I'm going to start doing things like sending my mantis into enemy ships, I really need to take out those guns. Holy shit. Yeah, there we go. It's trying to escape. Now we shoot out the engines. But basically if I want to do something like teleporting over to their ship, having a trained up mantis ready to go is one of the best ways you can do it. So they're surrendering. They want to give us a slave as a tribute. If we destroy their ship, they'll all die anyway, which is fair enough. So it's a mantis named... What's that? Fire Dim? Yeah, we're going to take him. Accept the offer. Free mantis. So as you can see there, the rock man stomping out the fire. That is exactly why he is useful. Where is my extra mantis? Oh yes. Rockman, fix things. I don't even know what's on fire. I actually need to send everybody to medbay. This is ridiculous. How did this happen? Alright, let's just open all the doors. Just drown it out so I can show you how that works. Rockman. Everything is on fire. What is happening? There we go. So, with the Rockman having so much HP, he should be fine. Sure, he'll be fine. He will start dying though, so I should probably bump Space Jessica back into the cockpit. I'll bump Aaron back into the engine room. And he's going to work on that, so quick shut all doors. There we go. So also when you open all your doors, it doesn't actually just vent everybody into space. It just opens all your internal doors. But you can't actually move out into space from what I know. You just sort of suffocate, which, you know, whatever. I think it'd be cool to just be able to, if your ship's under attack, just be able to basically eject everybody from the ship. So again, utilizing what people do best. So Aaron, being an Engie, will repair people better. That basically means that, so he will repair better, which basically means that I want to send him to do repairs, so his actual repair skill goes up, which increases their repair speed. So, because that's obviously relevant for me. Is it Schultz? Yeah, I had Schultz. So Schultz is back on guns. Rockman is going to heal up. Friedhelm. I'm sorry, bro, I can't pronounce your name. Firedem is going to go in there. Kobe's healing up. Kobe's going to go back to there, and then I'm going to jump. So I'm going to jump up to here. So as you can tell, my ship's also taking a little bit of damage, so it wouldn't be bad to actually repair it soon if the opportunity comes up. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage you in your ship. You're going to demand the surrender of their goods. You prepare to secure the cargo by force. So obviously these are the bad guys. So this is their kind of ship design. They are pretty much dicks. So what they're doing, they're trying to escape. Well, first of all, let's shoot out their guns, because I want nothing to do with it. This is only a small ship though. Some of the ships in this game actually do get gigantic, like, without word of a doubt, they get huge. So let's just shoot that. Fantastic, one of them hit. But now I kind of want to focus on that engine, because I was actually hoping that that would purely take out the guns, but I can't waste time trying to continue to take out the guns, especially if they're going to try to escape. They will start firing things back down. I believe that's a bomb thrower. So we will see what's about to happen there. Fantastic. Also, I can see onto their ship, which is interesting. Sensors. Oh, my sensors are destroyed now. It's okay. Friedhelm, fix that. I'm just going to keep shooting them. Oh, wait, there we go. The automatic laser kicked in, the artillery beam, and just basically blew the shit out of them. The ship's cargo is not salvageable. However, they seem to have been surveying the region. They possess detailed maps and data. You download what you can to the ship's map. Fantastic. So, I need to know why I could see inside their ship. Sensors enables view of all rooms and systems and enemy info for enemy ships. Okay, that only used to ever do your own ships, unless you leveled it up. So that's kind of... Ah, okay, because it's manned, I get +1. Okay, that's cool. Not sure if that's used to be how that is. I could be completely wrong, but I do not actually remember. So I'm just going to throw him in there for a second. Cool. Go. Jump. So there's a store. So let's get to the store. So basically, when I hit the end of this zone, that'll probably be the end of the first little video that I'm going to do for you guys, and then the next ones will continue through it. We're going to board the station and look for survivors. Human corpses scattered alone across the station. You find the source of the signal, a lone survivor that locked themselves in a storage closet. Quickly retrieve them and tow back to the ship and hope they can recover enough. And... oh, his name is actually Starga. Cool. Whatever. So that has actually happened to me before, and the guy that you bring back onto the ship actually... You've ever seen Firefly? That guy that they find on the ship that the Reavers were on, and basically they're like, yeah, let's bring him back on, he'll be fine, and he's just not fine. Basically that does happen in this occasionally. It will give you an option to rescue somebody, and you will say, yeah, sure, I'll rescue them, and then something horrible happens, and basically they murder your crew. So let's check this one, which is another possible ship detected. So that all is information that I got from the last ship. Stay out of this, you'll be next. Concentrate, fire, yeah, attack the pirate. They pull away from the planet and move into engage. Well, like with your... they do have 2 crewmen. was going to say, how embarrassing. Class, pirate investigator. Investigator? Relationship hostile. I'm not sure if there's any way to change that. I would love to befriend the pirates in this game. I think that'd be the greatest thing ever. But I just legitimately don't think there's any way to do it, which is sad. So let's just shoot him up with some more lasers. What the hell happened to all my other beams? Did you miss? That's depressing. How's this work, by the way? One damage beam that pierces all shields. So yeah, basically just smashes through everything that they have. Also, I'm really confused by my burst laser not doing what I want it to do. There we go. Piracy cannot be forgiven. Attack! That was probably the worst mistake ever. Flash that. Oh no, that's only a... yeah, that's a beam weapon. Oh, my ship's laser did basically nothing. Fantastic. And that is resisting damage. What is this? Because it's a slug cruiser. It does actually have a chance to resist. So the slug cruiser is basically that general look. Pretty sure it's slug. But there are some ships that basically have a resistance to damage. So the pirate loot, cool. The station thanks me as well, so they give me loot too. So sometimes it pays to see things through, but I think there have been situations before where basically I've just been, you know, I'll fight a guy and then I start getting smashed. But I do just enough damage where they kind of go, you know, leave us alone and we'll give you something. And at that point it's like, are you fucking kidding? Yes. Okay, so what do we got here? Clone Bay automatically clones dead crew with skill penalty. Take advantage of micro cloning crew, heals partially every jump. Jump heal is passive, requires no power. Is that thing seriously saying that it revives my dead crew? It is. That's actually amazing, but I'm not going to get that yet. I have 87. Power boost your reactor. Nope. Let's just go fuel, repair. I'm going to save up for new guns. And actually, let's have a look at this too. So this is your ship upgrade. So, going to add some more power bars, which go on the left side. So now I have additional power bars. You need those to basically power all these subsystems. So you can max your reactor as much as you want, but you need to also put up the systems. But you cannot put up the systems, otherwise you just want to drop all the power from everything. So it is like a balancing game in that regard. Let's go to this one. Alright, all our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there have been reports of a Mantis war camp only a few jumps. Can you help? Sure, why not? Mantis war camp. Ah, I was going to go there next anyway. Cool. So let's go kill some Mantis. I have 2 Mantis crew now. And Starga. Too many of them to count accurate. You send a long-range message back to the settlement with your findings, but unfortunately there's not much you can do. It would be suicide to attack directly. I want to attack directly. Wailing sirens, the ship moves into attack. I don't care. Whatever. There's an NG on that ship. That's actually kind of interesting. A lot of the time when you're cruising around, you'll actually discover that NG are complaining about all the Mantis attacks. So seeing NG and Mantis team up. Also, they have names. Their names are Fairy and Pipalook. That is actually kind of sad. Simply because you murder so many of them all the time. Like you're just constantly murdering them. And they actually have names. I'm not sure if I've ever noticed before, or if that's just something that they put into the latest kind of edition little thing. If I didn't notice it before, I'm not really surprised. I never really used the sensors to look inside the enemy ship. But, yeah, that's interesting. Knock out shields, set it on fire a little. Yeah, let's destroy them. Ah, there we go. My ship's auto laser kicked in and destroyed them. With the patrol ships destroyed, you hasten to leave. It won't be long before the other ships catch up. Continue. So let's make the final jump out of here. So basically, if you're in any of these areas, inside this area, you're gonna have a bad time. Basically, the ships that you have to fight are just so ridiculously strong. You couldn't really honestly stand a chance. When it's charged, you can jump to the next sector. Debris from some forgotten battle still orbits the gas giant in the system. Some might be of use. Cool. So let's jump to the next sector. Alright. So this is the sector map. So obviously that is the final boss there. So you've got to go through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, I think I've miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 8, yeah. So basically you can kind of pick and choose as you go. Civilian doesn't mean that you're not going to be fighting anything all the time. Like, I've gone through a civilian area before, and I think every jump ended up me up in combat. Same as hostile, and I've actually been physically looking for things to fight, and I haven't found anything. So we're going to go with abandoned sector though, because I do not like nebulas. Let's go abandoned sector. Let's just see what happens upon here. War torn through the civilian sector, and recently even the few life signs that remain have begun blinking out. Rumours suggest the Lanius are responsible. Again, not sure what the Lanius are. They're a new race that must have been added in the latest big update for it, the Enhanced Edition. So hopefully I get to run into some of those. So anyway, that'll do me for now, and I'll be back next week or in a few days or whenever I feel like it, but most likely at very minimum it should be back next week. So we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, save and quit. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.